Afterthoughts for Easter Sunday. Hey, good day everyone. Scott here for Afterthoughts. Hey, we had a wonderful service this morning. It was great. It was good just to be together, and during worship, what I was sensing that we were just all feeding off each other's energy as we were singing about this, just, waking up to this realization that He is risen. Jesus is risen from the grave, and death has been conquered, sin has been conquered, and just being able to celebrate that. It was good. It was really good. And today I gave a teaching. Actually, it's not a teaching. It was a presentation called The Beautiful Gospel. It was created by Brian Zahn and also by Brad Jerzak. And it's just just a beautiful message about two different versions of the gospel, depending on one's perspective, what we see, how we see things. And I want to talk to you just a bit about perspective, because I believe that perspective makes all the difference in the world. And what is perspective? Perspective is simply how I see things, how I view things. And that is shaped by past events in my life, by my parents, by the teachers I had in school or at church, coaches, anybody who had influence in my life. That gets my perspective and how I see things get shaped. Let me give you an example. When I finished high school, I went into policing. And police officers they're called peace officers because they're called to maintain the peace in the world, or in their city, in their municipality, their province, wherever. But how they're trained is to look for it's just natural. You look for what's wrong when you go out on patrol. You just do. That's what you look for. And so day after day, you're looking for what's wrong out there. The problem with that is you don't just do that on the job. You do that in all of life. You look for what's wrong. And so your perspective on how you see things changes. So how did this carry over in my life? Well, when I came into ministry, when I drive onto the property here, I see quickly what's wrong on the property, whether it's fallen down branches or shingles off the roofs or whatever. If I walk into a service and there's disruption, I can see that first before I see the other stuff. Another example, I look out my window right here and I can see all there's a development under construction, but I can see the mess, the piles of dirt, metal, some debris, fence half put up. I can see all that. Somebody else can come sit here, look out there, and what they would see is, there's development taking place. There's a new neighborhood being created. Beautiful trees you got here. Wow, I love this. We're both looking at the same thing. We see it totally different, shaped by our lives that have shaped how we see things. When it comes to following Jesus, we are shaped as well, shaped by teachers, shaped by life and what we're attracted to as far as what we read, as far as even in Scripture, what do we tend to go to? Do we tend to go more to the Old Testament or more to the prophecies or the letters in the New Testament? Where do we tend to gravitate? My suggestion, I think, for all Christians, what I found for myself, is if I'm a Christian, which means I'm a little Christ, I follow after Jesus, Jesus is my master, then I need to be schooled by Him. I need to be taught by Him. And the best place to do that, of course, is the Gospels. And so I camp out in the Gospels regularly to see how Jesus operates, to see how He thinks, to see how He treats people, what He teaches, how He teaches. And I look, and when I see that, and then I go to read the letters in the New Testament, I see these writers are just simply expounding on what Jesus has already been sharing. And that begins to change my perspective on how I read all of Scripture. Perspective matters. I would challenge you to, on this Resurrection Day, but in this coming week, examine what has shaped your perspectives in life. Think about how you read Scripture. What has influenced you? How do you see things? When you look out at something, do you see what's wrong or do you see what's right? And there's something in the gospel that when you start to see things see the beauty, there is so much beauty. You see this passionate Jesus, this God who goes about trying to rescue, wanting to rescue, weeping over people who haven't turned to him, wanting to love on us. And it really is a beautiful gospel. It really, really is. Think about that. Ponder it. What is your perspective on life, on Scripture, and on following Jesus? Happy Easter. Have a great rest of the week. And just let yourself be marinated in the good news that he is risen. He is risen indeed. Bless you guys, and you have a great rest of the day.